Just imagine, if you will, this entire sky with the moon right there lit up with lanterns. Lanterns that represent hope. They represent milestones. They represent so much to the community of Benson, Arizona. And it's happening this Saturday, September 14th, starting at 3 p.m. right here at the San Pedro Golf Course. And that is why we are checking in here today on this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by Ssvec, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. And when talking about anything and all things Benson, Arizona, there is no one else that we'd rather sit down and chat with than Benson Mayor Joe Konrad. Man, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today. The Lantern Festival, I can't believe it's already back here again. Can you tell us just the history of the Lantern Festival, how it started? It's the 7th annual one that's coming up, right?
7th annual, that's right, Jeff. So the Lantern Festival started several years ago, of course 7 years ago. Our city manager at the time, Vicki Vivian, had traveled to I want to say Havasu City, and they were having a Lantern Festival, and she brought that idea back and said, let's do this. So we did, and that's how the Lantern Festival launched. And it's been a growing event every year, and it's one of our signature events here in Benson now.
Now, the cool part about this is not just that it's a signature event, which is huge. That's amazing to create one of those things, or at least replicate one of those things for our community here in Benson, but also what it represents. What do those lanterns represent as they go up in the sky, like they will this Saturday night?
You know, so many things to so many different people, Jeff. If you've lost a loved one, you can send a lantern up in memory of a loved one. If you've beat a disease or something, you know, commemorating a wedding anniversary, a birthday, just anything you can imagine. People come out here and they illustrate those lanterns with magic markers, and they write things on there, and they send it off into the sky. But yeah, it's something for everybody.
And that's the cool part too, is that the Lantern Festival itself is not just about the lanterns. Obviously, that's the pièce de résistance. That is the highlight, the ultimate moment of the day. But it starts in the afternoon, and you've got all sorts of fun things planned for this Saturday as well.
We do. It starts 3 in the afternoon, and we'll have a DJ out here with music the whole time. We've got vendors. I can't remember how many vendors. We've got a bunch of vendors out here.
Sure,
the parking lot will be filled with vendors. You got food vendors and craft vendors and merchandise vendors of all kinds. So you definitely want to get out here and spend some time, because you don't want to miss that. You know, the food trucks are a big highlight for me, of course.
Without a doubt.
Cornhole, people are allowed to bring their cornhole boards. We actually bring some out here for people to use. Pop-up tents, the easy ups, those are a popular item. So yeah, you just come out here, make yourself at home, bring the family, and have a riot.
I love that. And the cool part is that in the post description, you guys will find the event link, the Facebook event link, and the cost associated with coming to this. Taking part in it.
The base admission is $17. That's just to get into the event, but then it goes up from there. So you get an admission with a lantern, and then you can get 2 admissions and a lantern, 2 admissions and 2 lanterns, etc. Family pack. So Eventbrite, if you get on Eventbrite, look at the Benson Lantern Festival, you'll see all the different package levels.
Which is fantastic to offer that different levels to the families as they come in and just enjoy the day together. The City of Benson putting together a signature event like this. How does it bring the community together? What is it like? How would you describe it to people who've never been to the Lantern Festival?
Good question, Jeff. You know, Benson's a tight-knit community anyway, so it's easy for people to come together. But when we have something like this, it's a sense of family. And you see people that you don't get to see all the time, and you see people that you do see all the time, but everybody's just having a good time, and you know, there's a lot of fellowship going on.
Yeah.
You know, the fun and games and that. It's a family event.
And I've never had the opportunity to actually be here when the lanterns launch. I've seen it on Cool FM. It ends up becoming a viral moment for anyone and everyone who has their cell phones out. It's like they're all just watching these lanterns go up in the air. What kind of feeling does that bring to you? And what would you write on your lantern this year?
You know, I'm not sure this year. It actually fell on my mother-in-law's birthday a couple years ago, and she would have been, I think, 92 at the time, so it was her birthday. So that was I remember
talking to
year.
you about
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then, of course, 9/11 was actually the date of the Lantern Festival a couple years ago. So that there was a lot going on with 9/11 as well. So, but people, you know, you put something on there, and it means a lot. it's quite a feeling. I mean, if you haven't done it, you got to get out here and lift one of those things off, and then watch your message go.
And of course, people are wondering, okay, well, what goes up must come down. What kind of ecological things and factors are taken into account when launching something like that? Where does it go, and how does it get cleaned up?
Well, depending on which way the wind's traveling, it goes that direction. That's random. We don't have any control over it. But once the lantern burns out, then it drifts back down. It's that's your third grade science. Hot air rises, cold air falls. So the lantern comes back to the ground. It's rice paper, and the fiber. There's no wires or anything, so it's a biodegradable fiber. If one lands somewhere and stays there, it's going to dissolve. But what we do is we offer, if you find one on your property or several on your property, you call the city hall, and we're going to send guys out there to pick them up. So that's what we really ask, is if you see one, just give us a call. We'll come get it.
Yeah, just making sure it ends up being part of the cleanup as well. I mean, for a festival like that, where there is going to be debris of a certain sort, being able to have a great way to get everything cleaned up. But this coming Saturday, again, Saturday, September 14th, starting at 3 p.m. right here at the San Pedro Golf Course. We've got the lake in the background, all the birds chirping. You can probably hear them in the background. They'll be here too. And we know this place will be packed full of Bensonians and people from all parts around this beautiful gateway to the San Pedro Valley.
Oh, we get people from as far away as St. David, Jeff.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, my gosh, they could probably actually see the lanterns in St. David as they go up from
exactly.
here.
No, but we had a group come over last year from Sierra Vista that came over and hung out with me. So that was really good to see.
I love that.
The out-of-town people. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a Benson community event. Of course, when anything happens in Benson, the whole county's invited to come out and be a part of it because, hey, we all are a part of Benson because we drive through here on our way to wherever we're going across Cochise County. It is the gateway to Cochise County right here in Benson, Arizona, and you can be a part of the 7th annual Benson Lantern Festival right here at the San Pedro Golf Course in Benson, Arizona. All the details are in the post description. Just go down to their event page, go to the Eventbrite link, and get your tickets and figure out how many lanterns you want to launch off, and you'll have all those details in that link there. Mayor Joe Konrad, it is always a pleasure to talk to you about all things Benson and things going on in this community. And we can't wait for this Saturday.
Jeff, thanks for coming over. If I can take just a second,
please.
I want to remind everybody, tomorrow is September 11th. So take a minute out of your day and remember those that we lost.
Yeah, definitely something to remember. And hashtag never forget.
Never forget. That's
We're so grateful for all those who serve our country in so many different ways. All of our first responders, we will definitely be thinking of you. I mean, you're always in our hearts, but certainly on days like tomorrow, on Wednesday, September 11th, we will definitely be thinking of you. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Come on out with the community. Launch those hopes, those dreams, those memories into the sky, and watch the sky just completely light up and transform into an amazing sea of lights at the Lantern Festival this Saturday, September 14th. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll check in with you again later on. Thanks so much.
See you, everybody.
Thank you.